can you please let me know about the book earlier, what you was talking about earlier?
Good. So, once again, this is the Apocrypha, and this is a middle part of the Bible. So, when you buy King James Bibles and all they got is a white line in between the Old Testament and the New Testament, this book has been taken out. So this is called the Apocrypha, which means hidden. So I want to go into a short story that you can learn here. You can learn about the Greeks and the coming of the Greeks, which is the third beast. And when you go to the book of Daniel, the Greeks is the third beast, or what is called the Greco-Roman Empire. The Romans, who are Europeans, Caucasians, or Edomites, and the Greeks are the same thing, same people. It's just that they split up and call themselves by different names. Now, so what this book deals with, it deals with history. So let's look at the history of the Greeks, right? This is the first white or European empire upon the Mediterranean dark stage. So this is a book called Maccabees right here, right? And it says, and it happened that after Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and the Medes, and he reigned in his stead the first over Greece, and made many wars and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth, and went through the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up. And he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who made tributaries unto him. And these things he felt sick, and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and brought forth with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he yet lived. So what happened here was history. Now, you have to get maps. You have to go back into ancient wars and stuff like that. You have to go back to 333 BC, Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great ruled all the way into Africa, all the way to India. Okay, like I said, that's the third beast. The fourth beast is the Roman Empire, which comes under the eagle. Okay, so I'm gonna show you that, and then I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen. We are existing right now in the fourth beast, which is America. So I'm gonna show you that, and then I'm gonna show you the downfall of this empire, which is Esau, that we exist under. So as we all know, America carries the symbol of the eagle. Judah, come a minute. Open my zipper right there. Open that zipper. Good. Give me my wallet. My wallet. Give me my wallet. All right. Thank you. All right, we good. We good, Judah. So here is the great American eagle, right? A characteristic of the European empires, all right? So now what we want to do is we want to see their same characteristic in the ancient European empires. So if you go here, right? If you go here, you see where it says the Greeks carried the eagle, right? This is under Alexander the Great. The Romans carried the eagle under the Caesars, Julius Caesar, Octavia, all the Nero, all these different cats, they carried the eagle. Now America is carrying the eagle. Germany carried the eagle, because this is the symbolism of a man called Esau. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that, right? I just wanted to show you that, and this is all in the Bible. I just wanted to show you the great American symbol. So what is the great American symbol? Where's the dirty bird at? See that? The great American symbol, the eagle. Okay? So all these nations down through time to the one that we exist in today, and America came from out of three European nations: the British, the French, and the Greek. And these nations came from out of Rome. Okay, Rome is the fourth beast. Okay, so if you go in the book of Daniel, it explains that. Daniel, the 7th chapter. If you go in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, it explains that. So now, I'm just going to use the Apocrypha to show you where we are and what is going to happen, how we are going to come back to the top. Okay. We're going to go in the book of 2nd Ezra. We're going to go in the book of 2nd Ezra. We're going to go in the 2nd chapter, the 38th verse, and now I'm going to take you to the war, the Third World's War that is coming, okay, to this world. First, we're going to go to 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, and the 8th verse. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau was born. See that? Jacob and Esau was the twins that was born in Genesis, the 25th chapter. One came out red. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. So that's who we're dealing with. For Esau is the end of the world. The end of what world? The end of this world. Because they're going to go to war with all the nations. Okay? Which is called the Third World's War. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Christ is going to bring us. So I'm going to use these books to show you the Third World's War coming and how we're going to go to the top. See that? This is the prophecy. So I'm still in 2nd Ezra, right? And I'm going to go to the 13th chapter. Now watch the wars coming with Christ. And he says, I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong and great with the thousands of heaven. The thousands of heaven represent the angels. How do you know that? Go to Revelation, the 13th chapter. It's going to tell you Christ is going to come back with thousands of angels. Okay? And he turned his countenance to look, and all things trembled that was seen under him. And wheresoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice. And as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men. That's the Third World's War. These nations is going to come to fight in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Out of number, from out of the four winds of heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the earth, out of the sea. See that? So a lot of you watch that movie, Independence Day, you know, and Will Smith and all that, and you think that Will Smith is going to take over and beat the aliens and stuff like that. See, this is the fantasy that black people believe, this bullshit Hollywood reality, this bullshit Hollywood illusion that, you know, aliens going to come from another planet and somehow America is going to destroy the aliens. Stop with that fantasy, man. That's not what's written right here. Okay? And after this I looked, and behold, there was gathered together a multitude of men, so SEALs, police, military, special forces, black ops, all these different forces, elite forces. You know, it's not going to happen. Rangers, it's not going to happen. Okay? And I beheld, lo, he graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. And I would have seen the region or place wherewith the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I behold, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet did fight. See that? This war is going down. The Third World's War, there's two wars. In Revelation, the 9th chapter, it tells you two wars is already passed. World War I and World War II. And lo, he saw the violence of the multitude that came, special forces, black ops, shooters, and all these type of things. And he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But I saw only that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast forth sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together in blasts of fire, the flaming breath, the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which were prepared to fight, and burned them up on every side. See, that's what's going to happen, man. A God is coming back. That's the only way that all these lying police and murdering police and all these murdering people that have this world in control can be taken down. That's the only way all these gang members can be destroyed, man. A greater force has to come, okay, and burn them up on every side, so that a sudden and innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. And when I saw this, I was afraid. Now let's see what's going to happen now. Let's go back let's stay in 2nd Ezra, and let's see what's going to happen. Now we come into the last part. We in the 2nd chapter, 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter and the 38th verse. So now let's see what's going to happen after he destroys these nations, okay? Arise and stand, and behold the number of those that were sealed in the feast of the Lord. So you want to be sealed in the feast of the Lord, man, which are departed from the shadow of the world and have received glorious garments of the Lord. You want glorious garments, man. You don't want to be thinking like this mad world that we exist in. Okay, this world is garbage, man. The thoughts of this world is garbage. Hyenas. It's filthy how men and women think in this world. Okay? Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord. The number of thy children, whom thou longest for, is fulfilled. Beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people, which have been called from the beginning, may be hallowed. I, Ezra, saw upon Mount Zion a great people, Israel, 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, okay? A great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he sat crowns, and was more exalted. That's what you want, man. This is what you want to get the hell out of here, man. You don't want to be sitting in this damn prison called America, where this damn fat white man named Trump is telling you what the hell to do. Nothing but damn dog Republicans and so forth like that telling you what to do, man. You should be sick of this crap that you under quarantine that he let into this damn country, man. You should be sick of this. They don't give a damn about nothing but themselves. They don't give a damn about nothing but themselves. And they quick to call you nigga. You understand what I'm saying? And he sat crowns as was more exalted, and I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These be they which have put off mortal clothing, and have put on the immortal. You got to put on the immortal, man. And have confessed the name of the Lord, and now they are crowned and receive palms. And then I said unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and give them palms in their hand? And he answered unto me, It is the Son of God. Black Christ coming, man. Revelation 1:14 and 15, man. Go to your scriptures and read it. He's coming back to save you. Are you ready? Better get ready, man. Peace.